Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about the circumcision of the heart. Alright, because some of you, when you come to Christ, or this can happen to anyone, when you come to Christ and you start growing with your walk with God and you start building up your relationship with Him, something tends to happen to you on the inside where the things that you used to do, you no longer do them anymore, or the things that you used to desire, you don't really desire them anymore, or the things that you used to watch, you no longer have any interest in watching them anymore. So that's what we're going to talk about today. That process right there is called the circumcision of the heart. So the Bible talks about two circumcision. The first one is the physical circumcision that every male child does. Most African countries do this to their male child, and some people are still doing it till this day. And then the second circumcision that the Bible talks about in the New Testament is the one of the heart, where there's a change of heart, which is the one that God is more interested in. So some of us, when we don't have a relationship with God, or we haven't fully committed to our walk with God, there's some things that we do and we don't really care about other people's feelings. We don't really care if we've hurt someone, or if someone hurts us, we feel like we have to revenge immediately, and that could be by hitting someone, slapping someone, pouring acid on someone. That could be insulting someone, saying abusive words, or doing witchcraft. Or like me, when I was really young, I used to bully. Well, I didn't just bully people. I was bullied while I was in primary school. Then I became a bully, but I would only bully people that, that really annoyed me. Like, I wasn't like a bully every single day. Only if someone had done something hurtful to me, then I would obviously hit them back or beat them up for it. But when I got saved, I don't have the heart to do that anymore. And that's what happens when you come to Christ. When you come to Christ and you have a relationship with Him, and you experience the kind of love that He has for you, or you understand the love that He has for you, it's very hard for you to pour acid on someone. It's very hard for you to beat somebody up, and for you to be happy that you beat somebody up. It's hard for you to just insult someone and not feel guilty about it. It's hard for you to walk past someone who's crying or who's in need of help, without it not touching your heart. Because what happens is, when you come to Christ, before you came to Christ, you had a heart of stone, right? And that heart of stone didn't allow you to know what it was like to be in somebody else's shoe. That heart of stone didn't make you feel guilty when you did something bad. That heart of stone didn't care whether it was going to hurt other people for you to achieve your goals. But when you come to Christ, that heart of stone becomes a heart of flesh. So when you now hurt people, you now understand how it feels to be in that person's shoe. When people do something to you, you're not quick to all of a sudden find a way to revenge. You kind of just leave it to God, for God to deal with that. When people say insultive words to you, it could get to you, but you don't say it back, because you understand that if you say it back, then it puts you in a position to say sorry, because you might say something worse than what the person has said in the beginning. So that's what happens when you come to Christ. That's the circumcision of the heart. It's the fact that the things that you were able to do before without feeling guilty, like being a bully, beating people up, insulting people, kicking people around, tormenting people, doing witchcraft, you would not have the boldness to do these things anymore when you come to Christ. Okay, because now you're a new person. And it's not like you decide that, okay, you know what, I'm not going to beat people up. No, it's just the more you walk with God, and the more you experience His love, you just notice that within you something is just changing, and you just don't have the heart to do that anymore, if you know what I mean. So me personally, I can't come on these videos and be cursing people and be using foul language, because it's just not in my nature to do those kind of stuff. And on top of that, I can't really listen to people talk when they use filthy languages like that, or they use foul languages like that. I can't listen to them talk. I can't contain it anymore. Like it's just awful in my ears, so I just don't listen to it anymore. I feel like this is something that some people are scared of, that if I come to Christ, I won't be able to do these things that I used to do, because some people, they really love the stuff that they're doing, even though it's sin in the sight of God, but they really, really love it. And so they know deep down that if I was to come to Christ, I'm going to have to stop this thing, and they're not willing to let go. And let me tell you something. When you come to Christ, you come to Christ as you are. So let's say you are a prostitute, okay? And today you decide that you're going to give your life to Christ, okay? You could wake up the next day and still go back to the club, okay? And still do your prostitute job. But the day you decide that, I'm going to read my Bible, you could read your Bible today and you're still going back to the club again. You read the Bible tomorrow, you're still going back to the club again. The more you read your Bible, the more you're interacting with God. You just wake up one day and you realize, I don't have the desire to go to the club anymore. Like, nobody's going to tell you to stop. It's just something in you is not going to have the desire to go there anymore. Or you get to the club and you realize that the club used to be so fun, but all of a sudden it seems like a dead place to be, because there's some kind of change happening within you. And that's why it annoys me when I see people evangelizing on the street. Give your life to Christ. You need to be saved. You need to stop sinning. Yada, 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 yada. I can tell you to stop sinning all day long, but until that circumcision of the heart happens, you're still going to do what you want to do. That circumcision of the heart happens when you decide to grow in your walk with God. So that's what happens. And as much as you love the things that you're doing now that could be sin against God, I can tell you now that those things don't give you peace. Because when you come to Christ, there is peace. There's a peace that flows within your heart that is unexplainable. I can't explain it. I just can't explain it. The world cannot explain it. The world have not experienced it. But there is a peace that comes from within. And there is a love that you experience with Christ that you really can't experience with anyone else. So please do not be afraid of that, because I know that's the reason why some people don't want to come to Christ. They love the stuff that they're doing that is a sin against God, but they don't want to let it go. So what's going to happen is, when you come as you are, then God's going to change you and remold you in the way that He sees you. And that's something I'm going to talk about in another way, which is a topic for another video, which is how God sees you. I will touch on that topic so you'll get a bit more insight on that. So that is the circumcision of the heart. Remember, we have two circumcision: the physical one, which is one that every male child does; the second one, which is the one in the heart. The one in the heart is the one Christ is talking about in the New Testament, and the one of the flesh, which every male child does, is the Old Testament. Yes, many men are still doing circumcision, okay? That is still exists until this day, and that hasn't stopped. So that still continues. Even though it was talked about in the Old Testament, it still continues till this day. So that's pretty much it in this video. Just trying to keep it short, trying to keep it simple. I hope you all are inspired by this video, and I hope that it will encourage you to grow with your walk with God. Do make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and share if you want to. Until my next video, bye.